All right, so today we're going to be ranking the top 5 young cores in the NBA right now. Now listen, the Spurs are going to be number 1 because Wemby carries most of the weight. We already know that. Magic got to be in there. Rockets got to be in there. Damn near Chicago got to be in there now with Josh Giddey. Come on now. Like, comment, subscribe. If you are not subscribed already, we're at 322 at the time of this video. 322. Like, comment, subscribe, please. It's listen. Do it for me. If not for me, do it for them. Let's start.
Is in very good hands moving forward, with the young talent around the league shining as bright as ever. With every new draft class coming into the league, we see more and more potential on display, and teams that build quality groups of young talent tend to have the easiest time transitioning into championship contention with a solid foundation to work with. This brings us to today's video, where we'll be taking a look at the most talented young cores in the NBA right now, ranking the top 5 groups in this category based on a combination of top 10.
Oh yeah, think about hoop references. He takes a little minute to get into the video. He takes a little minute. That's okay though.
Again.
There we go.
Before we get into the top 5, I'll start with a couple of honorable mentions that just missed the cut.
Pacers aren't in
Detroit
here?
Pistons and the Indiana Pacers. The Pistons failing to crack the top 5 despite how long they've been rebuilding.
Wait, the Pacers aren't in there?
Is pretty disappointing as an indictment on how much of a struggle this process has been for them, because while Cade Cunningham is developing into a potential star, the rest of the players in their young core have way too many question marks to glorify. They've got a large crop of talent that fit this category. They just, as a group, haven't really shown they deserve to be crowned with anything significant yet. The Indiana Pacers were definitely the closest team to cracking the top 5 of these, because Tyrese Halliburton leads the way, still being under the age of 25, but they just didn't quite have the depth of young talent that others on the list had.
Okay, let's see what you got.
And Andrew Nembhard and Ben Mathurin are all very solid young guys, but this list is filled with teams stacked with young talent, so they just missed the cut, unfortunately.
Okay, let's see what you got.
Now to start off at number 5 and work our way up to the number 1.
Okay, see number 5. As many young players as they got to be at least top 3, top 2. As many young players. Is Shea under 25? I don't know. If Shea's not under 25, then I can see. Okay, hold on.
We have the Oklahoma City Thunder. Now, keep in mind that the Thunder are ranked this low because guys like Shai Gilgeous-Alexander and Lou Dort are too old to be taken into consideration, as they are both 25 or older. Despite that, though, the Thunder still have quite a bit of young firepower that qualify to make them one of the best young cores in the league still. Jalen Williams took huge strides forward last season, becoming one of the most well-rounded wing players in the league on both ends of the floor, and could very well still have all-star upside. Chet Holmgren got his career started with a bang, already ranking as one of the best shot blockers in the entire league, ranking 5th in blocks per game, while also shooting the ball efficiently from 3 and opening things up a ton for his teammates with his presence. They also just drafted Nikola Topic, who was in consideration to be a top 3 pick in this year's draft.
That Nikola Topic guy is going to be tough. I'm calling. He's going to be tough. That was a steal for him.
His ACL, so when he recovers, he'll add yet another promising dimension to their team as a young point guard. Next up at number 4, we have...
Oh, dang, the Chicago Bulls are in the top 3? Okay.
Houston Rockets young core. The Rockets have a ton, and I mean a ton, of young talent blossoming throughout their rotation, giving their fans a lot to look forward to.
Sengun, Smith.
With that being said, though, they don't quite have
Cam
the
Whitmore,
stud that others ranked above them have, which slightly holds them back. Only slightly, though. Alperen Sengun leads this group as the one closest to breaking through into a star, coming off of a highly productive...
No, I'm calling it right now. Jalen Green's about to have a crazy-ass season this year. Jalen Green's going to have a crazy-ass season this year. I'm telling you, he's going to have a crazy rock-star-ass season. Watch.
Averaging 21 points, 9 rebounds, and 5 assists per game, and his passing prowess as a center has been compared to a young Nikola Jokic for good reason. Then Jalen Green is another highly talented young player who has flashed potential on quite a few occasions as an electrifying scorer, but he's just way too inconsistent to fully trust as a go-to guy at the moment. Then after them, players like Jabari Smith Amon Thompson, Tari Eason, and Cam Whitmore all add onto their deep young crop of young talent, with the group possessing a ton of athleticism and capable defenders who just need to develop more offensively as a group. Lastly, rookie Reed Shepard, who was drafted 3rd overall.
Oh, I forgot they had Reed Shepard. Damn, they could be low-key number 2. For real, for real. I forgot they had Reed.
This year is coming in projected to be one of the favorites to win the Rookie of the Year award because of his poise on the ball and efficiency as a scorer and playmaker. So if he pans out, this group could be even better than advertised moving forward. Up next at number 3.
Damn, the Chicago Bulls are top 2? I wouldn't have put them that high, but I respect
the young core
Yeah,
of the
Giddey's going to be
Orlando
all-star.
Magic. The Magic are another group that has been rebuilding for a few years now, but this past season, they showed the world that they're ready to take the next step towards contention by making the playoffs as a solid 5 seed behind a stout defense ranked amongst the best groups in the NBA. The Magic's success is also primarily driven by their young talent, which is why they find themselves with such a strong ranking on today.
If Jonathan Isaac comes back even like 85% of what he was, this is going to be a very heavy title contending team. The nigga was crazy on defense. Like, his defense
Paolo
is
Banchero
wild.
is their go-to guy who, in year 2, at 21 years old, showed he was a legitimate star in the making and got recognized as such when he was nominated for the All-Star game. He's figuring out how to dominate mismatches with his strong, imposing frame, attacking the basket, and his ability to create space off the dribble for someone his size is pretty impeccable. Plus, he's showing off early signs that he can also be a reliable secondary playmaking forward too as a passer.
Facts.
Then Franz Wagner is another borderline star in the making, putting up about 20 points per game, doing a lot of the little things that make a winning team flourish. Along with those two guys, they have Cole Anthony providing a scoring punch off the bench.
Yep, Cole
Jalen
Anthony.
Suggs locking down opposing teams' best perimeter players every night, having just been named to the all-defense team last season.
Yeah.
And others like
They do
Anthony
got
Black
Suggs.
still have a lot of room to grow. Plus, they just drafted Tristan da Silva, who flourished in the Summer League. Up next at the number...
They got the Bulls at number 1? I respect it. They got Bulls at 1.
spot, we have the young core of the Memphis Grizzlies. The Grizzlies had a pretty
I would not have put the Grizzlies this high.
Due to a combination of unfortunate injuries.
No, I would not have put the Grizzlies this high.
But that's no excuse to forget how great this squad is at full strength, with that success mostly driven by 2 players that are still under the age of 25. Ja Morant at full strength is one of the best point guards in the entire league already, and he's led the Grizzlies to back-to-back finishes as the 2 seed in a strong Western Conference in the last 2 years that he's been healthy. An explosive athlete with the type of quick twitch very few other guards possess, and the speed to blow by nearly anyone. He's on his way to great things already, and is good enough to carry the Grizzlies to a strong ranking on today's list. Then when you add in Jaren Jackson Jr., who is already a Defensive Player of the Year
I just can't believe they got the Bulls at number 1.
While also coming off
crazy.
a season where he showed he could score over 20 points per game, you see the Grizzlies have as strong of a young duo as anyone in the whole league. Outside of those 2, they also have...
Once upon a time, there was an infinity. Meticulously crafted.
Y'all know what to do. Get me to where I can start making money that I'm going to pay for it. I'm not paying for YouTube Premium.
Rookie Zach Edey is coming in looking to prove that he can translate...
I forgot they had Zach Edey. What? Nah, this team could be crazy.
His college dominance.
I forgot they had Zach Edey.
And youngsters like G.G. Jackson and Vince Williams also have both flashed real signs of being contributors in a rotation. And finally, the number 1 young...
What the fuck? Wait, the Chicago Bulls aren't on this shit? Hold on. Memphis Grizzlies, Orlando Magic, Houston Rockets. Where the fuck are the Chicago Bulls at? We got Kobe White, Josh Giddey, Ayo Dosunmu, Montez Buzelis. Like, those 4 alone. Like, where the fuck are the Bulls? No, this is invalid.
In the league right now
This
is
is
the San
invalid,
Antonio Spurs. Yes,
where are the
I'm
Bulls
fully
at?
bought into Victor Wembanyama and his unreal upside, and yes, I'm unapologetically admitting his potential carries a lot of weight in the Spurs ranking at the top. After some early growing pains in his rookie season, Wembanyama settled in very nicely as the year progressed, and now going into year 2, I'm fully expecting to see him take his game to another level. We're talking about a guy who blocked the most shots per game in the league in his first season as an NBA player, and he cleared the next closest to him by over a block per game. He's the favorite to win the Defensive Player of the Year award next year for good reason, because he was the runner-up for it as a rookie. With a real point guard like Chris Paul playing alongside him now, he should also get so many more easy baskets with his unbelievable size and length around the basket, and he's getting more and more comfortable creating his own shot inside and out off the dribble, which makes him even tougher to guard. Ultimately, it's not just Wemby in San Antonio, though, as both Devin Vassell and Keldon Johnson are highly productive wing players who have already both had seasons scoring about 20 or more points per game. Rookie Stephon Castle is also coming in to help establish a better defensive identity, too. And
all right, no, we're done with this shit, bro. You failed it when you did not put the Bulls in the top fucking, like, 1. Okay, I'm trolling. Obviously not number 1, but top 3. Like, come on, bro. This list is bullshit and invalid. We're just gonna move on. Like, comment, subscribe. Listen, if you have not subscribed, we're at 322 right now. Like, comment, subscribe. We're on pace for the 500 mark before the end of the year. Please. We've made worse people fucking famous. Let me be one of those, but I will be a good person. We're out of here, though.